We're going camping soon, so I'm installing a power system in the truck so I can use my power tools and we can have lights and, you know, power up the airbed and all that stuff, which is, you know, it's not too hard of a task, but that's what we're doing today. This is my power unit. It's a Vector Maxx 1200 watt up to 10.2 amps, which means I can run a small chainsaw on it. I have another little 700 watt one and I got a marine battery I'm gonna hook up to it. I'm gonna bolt it right there on the truck. We just plugged it in, got the power connections to it. I plugged in my drill and tried it, and everything turned out pretty good. There's my drill. I'll just plug it in real quick and show you it works. You know, trying to hold a camera and work at the same time is really hard. So anyway, I don't know what the deal is with this thing, because even with the power switch off, I still get power. So I don't know what the heck that's all about, but I guess I'll figure it out later. So instead of using an extension cord and dragging it out here, I'm going to use this thing's own power to bolt it on. Crazy. Anyway. Okay. I'm thinking right there. Looks pretty good. So I think maybe I need some help. Well, I had to go get Shirley to help me, but I finally got the power inverter installed. Okay, well, it's in. It's not straight. Shirley says it's straight. I don't think it's straight, but at least it's in. And now we got power in the truck. Woohoo! So that's cool, isn't it, honey? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now the power's all hooked up, and now I gotta go clean up my toolbox and stuff. This is gonna suck because check this out. They're all rusty. They've been sitting in this toolbox for ages because my other truck was dead, and somehow water got in there, and there was so much stuff in here that I just never did clean it out. So now I got to take everything out and clean it out. That's gonna be fun. You know anybody that can fix lawnmowers, because that's broken? I found my double-bladed axe. This is the only thing that I have left from my house besides a 5 CD changer, which I'm fixing to get rid of because it's so old. Yeah, so anyway, I got my toolbox cleaned up, and then I moved on to the next task, which was fixing the emergency brake release lever. Well, we're doing a lot of work on the truck today, as you can see. I got my inverter in. You have to look at the tape on the mirror to fully understand who I am. So that's really cool. I love having power in my truck. And now this is the part that really sucks. My emergency brake release lever is broken. So now I got to rig something up using this cable, and got to get back in there and hook this cable up, and so I'll have an emergency brake release lever, so I don't have to shut my truck off every time I stop and have to get out, because I deliver pizza and it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm done fixing my emergency brake release lever. This is the Redneck version of the emergency brake release lever, because I couldn't find the parts to make a, you know, one that looked non-redneck. So this is what our emergency brake release lever looks like. It is the horsey from Toy Story, I think. I think it's Toy Story. I don't know. Anyway, you tell me. So there's our emergency brake release lever. It works real good. as you can see, all you gotta do is just pull the horse and it releases it. So I can't wait to show this to my wife. She's gonna absolutely love this. By the way, the tape on the mirror was to hold it on there so the glue would hold, and I put a couple of screws in it. I went to Michelle's the next day, and one of her horses had to scratch his ass on my mirror and knock the whole thing off. So that was nice, and now I have no mirror again, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way. Well, I still have the mirror, but I gotta figure out a way to reattach it because the horse had to scratch his ass on it. Nice. Well, since we're doing commentary, I might as well tell you about what my buddy Jimmy did to me today. We got home from camping and sat and watched a movie, ate some turkey and stuff because it's Thanksgiving Day. And Jimmy calls me, he says, "Hey, are you at home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm at home." And he's like, "Well, go look at your window." So I'm like, "Alright, hang on a second." I got up, I go out, look out the window. There's nobody there. So I'm like, "There's nobody there." He's like, "Well, which window are you looking out of?" I'm like, the side window. And he's like, "Well, look out the other one." So I go to the other window and I look out. I'm like, "Well, there's nobody there." He's like, "Well, which window are you looking out of?" I'm like, "Well, I'm looking out the other side." He's like, "Well, look out the front." So I go to the front, I look, and there's nobody there. And he's like, "Man, I'm just messing with you, dude." And I'm going to play that joke on my buddy Brian, and we're going to get that on camera in a little while. It's broken. So now I got to rig something up using this cable, and got to get back in there and hook this cable up. And so I have an emergency brake. Yeah, that's Lead Video Studio 11. So I don't have to shut my truck off cool program. Every time I stop and have to get out because I deliver pizza, and it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm done fixing my emergency brake release lever.
The almighty sphere.
What are you doing? What do you mean?
I'm gonna pantomime him.
Pantomime him?
Yeah, like.
Oh. That's perfect. He looks retarded, dude. What's that shit on his head?
His price.
Price?
Hang on. His price.
You gotta get that off of him.
Can you edit it out?
No. What do you think I am? I'm not a magician.
Come on, you got the editing program I gotta do.